Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. Now today we have here a very interesting mid-range device. This is actually the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro, and I do think that this device here will be coming into Malaysia very soon. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you everything about this device and let you know if this is something that you should take note of. Because I must say, for what this device is packing at the price tag that it is coming with, it's definitely something that you should take note of. Now, before we begin, I would just like to say thank you for the support that you have given to us. It has been an amazing ride so far, and yeah, we hope to continue making more great videos for you guys. With that said, let us move on and check out what we get in the box of the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro. So opening up the box of the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro feels very premium right from the start. The packaging is sleek, it's sturdy, and everything just feels very well organized inside. You obviously get the smartphone itself, which we will check out in a bit. But other than that, you also get that massive 80-watt fast charger included in the box. That's awesome. Also you have here the USB Type-C cable, and you even get a SIM ejector tool. A protective case in the box as well, and last, but not least, you have the quick start guide. Again, very well organized, and I really like how everything is laid out in the box. Let's move on and check out what we have at the back. So taking a look at the back panel, you might notice that it has a bit of a curve towards the edges. It makes it very comfortable to hold. At the same time, it does not look very lousy, like those curves that are too exaggerated. I think this is just nice. Now, the reason why I say it is very comfortable to hold, even though it looks like it is quite thick, is because the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro here is actually quite slim and light. So holding it on the entire device weighs just about 190 grams, so again, very comfortable to hold, despite having that sort of thickness at the back. Now flipping it over, I want to show you that triple camera setup at the back. We do have a primary lens, an ultra-wide, and last but not least, we have the macro lens. In terms of the color, this is the one that we have here. The one that I have in my hands is called the Starry Black, and I think it looks pretty cool. It does catch a bit of fingerprints at the back here, but at the same time, it does not pick up a lot of smudges. So if you just put a simple case on it, I think it's gonna look pretty good as well. Alright, so moving on to the sides. Over here you do have the volume buttons, as well as the power button, that doubles as a fingerprint sensor. Down at the bottom you have the Type-C port, as well as the speaker openings. And one thing to note here, is that you actually have stereo speakers on the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro. Not a lot of mid-range devices actually come with this. So it's great to see this on the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro. Up top, you do have that secondary microphone, as well as the 5G antenna bands. Overall, the build quality here is actually quite solid. Like I said, it is a plastic material at the back, but it feels very strong, very sturdy, and it does not feel like it's gonna break or bend. The frame is made of plastic as well, but again it gives you a very good solid feel. All in all, I would say that this is actually a very stylish looking device. If you are someone who likes to go out and have a very slim, portable, and powerful phone in your hand, the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro is definitely something that you should check out. Alright, so now that we have done checking out the design and the build quality of the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro, let us move on and talk a bit about the display. So you might have noticed already that it is actually quite large. It's 6.7 inches, and it is an AMOLED display. We do have a punch hole cut out at the top left corner, and it does not affect the content that you're rewatching at all. It's quite small, and I think it's nicely placed. Other than that, it has a full HD+ resolution and 120Hz refresh rate. You have a 360Hz touch sampling rate, and it's all protected by Gorilla Glass 5. Basically, you have a very strong display here, and it's a very smooth one as well. Everything here is just very responsive. Even when you are just scrolling through your social media, it's going to be very smooth. And if you're playing games, it's going to be very responsive as well. Everything is just very smooth on the display here, and I really like it. Now one more thing that I want to highlight here is that it is actually quite bright as well. So even when you're outdoors, under direct sunlight, you can still very much see what's on your display. So overall, I would say that the display here is actually very, very good. It is something that you can definitely take note of, and it's actually very, very good for the price point that it's coming at. Alright, so moving on, let's talk a little bit about the performance, because this is where it gets interesting. So you might have missed this earlier on, but the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro here is powered by the Snapdragon 740G. This is a very new processor, that was just released by Qualcomm recently, and it packs a ton of power. It's actually better than the Snapdragon 730G from last year. Now, coupled with that, you also have the option of getting up to 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal memory. So for those of you who are always worried about the memory, you do have that option of picking up a high-spec version. Now, in terms of benchmarks, you might check out the scores on the screen right now. They are actually very, very impressive. I think the Antutu score that we got here was about 730,000, and in terms of the Geekbench, we have about 2081 for single-core and 6432 for multi-core. So again, very, very good numbers that we are seeing here, and it's definitely enough to handle most of the applications that you need on a daily basis. Say, for example, if you were using Google Chrome, it's going to be super smooth. Even if you open up multiple tabs, it's still going to be very smooth. Obviously, it's depend on your usage. But for me, I would say that it's more than capable of handling that. Not only that, it's also great for gaming. We did try a couple of games here, such as PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, and the game was running very smoothly. There were no lags, no stutters at all, and again, the touch response rate was actually quite fast. We did not encounter any issues at all. So this is definitely a very powerful mid-range device, and you can definitely play your favorite mobile games on this. Alright, so now let's talk a bit about the cameras at the back. So this is actually the main sensor. The primary lens, which is 18 megapixels. We have an ultra-wide lens, which is 8 megapixels, and last but not least, we have the macro lens, which is 2 megapixels. Now, in terms of the photo quality that we are getting here, I would say that they are actually quite decent. The pictures came out looking quite nice, very clear, and very sharp as well. The colors are very accurately reproduced, and the dynamic range is actually quite wide. However, I must say that the images actually turned out slightly cooler than what we would have liked. Other than that, the ultra-wide lens is not the best that I've seen, but it's still usable, and the macro lens is just there for close-up stuff. If you're someone who likes to take a lot of pictures, I would say that this is definitely good enough for you. However, if you're someone who's looking for the best camera, maybe you should consider something else. Now, moving on to the front, you do have a 32 megapixel selfie camera, and photos from the front camera looks good as well. It looks very natural, and skin tones are reproduced very accurately. The detail level is also quite good. Other than that, both the front and the rear camera supports 4000 recording. Video quality looks good. It is very stable as well. Overall, the cameras at the back and the front are actually quite decent. And if you someone who just posting stuff on social media, it's more than good enough. Alright, so now let's talk a bit about the battery. So you do have a 5000 mAh battery in here, and it is actually quite impressive how such a slim form factor device can actually pack in a 5000 mAh battery. What's even more awesome is that you have that 80-watt Superbook charger included in the box, and it supports 100 watts fast charge. It charges from 0 to 50% in just 15 minutes and 0 to 100% in about 20 to 30 minutes. So that's actually crazy fast charging speeds that you have here. Alright, so that's pretty much what we have in the Oppo K13 Turbo Pro. I would say that this is actually a very balanced device. It's great for those of you who are looking for a mid-range smartphone that packs a lot of power, but at the same time does not compromise on things like a good display, a decent set of cameras, and of course very fast charging speeds. Other than that, it's also running on the latest Color OS, so you have a ton of features, very smooth animations as well. Overall, I would say that this is actually a very decent offering from Oppo, of course. Pricing will be something that you should take note of. When it does launch here in Malaysia, I'll be sure to update you guys on the price. But for now, if you have any further questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching today's video all the way to the end, and I definitely look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.